Alright, what is going on, guys? Another workout voiceover by the Hungarian experiment. Now, I'm very reluctant to post my workouts and to give you guys advice on lifting. Why? There's two reasons. Now, the first is because I'm the experiment. I experiment around with my physique, my lifts, and all my workouts all the time. For example, 3 weeks ago, I did chest 6 days in a row because I want to see how, through intermittent fasting, I can recover. And I found amazing results. I was able to do chest every single day. So don't take a 100% advice on what I'm telling you guys here. Always do your own research and learn from your own body. And now the second reason is that I find there is no concrete 100% evidence on how to do certain exercises, which exercises are going to benefit you more, which is why I am experimenting around so much. So I find whenever I read comments or I ever see anything about any kind of workout or any kind of advice on how to lift online, people get criticized because there's no concrete evidence on what you should do that's going to work for you. There are so many factors in life that affect you, that affect me. Now this year I've really been experimenting around a lot with running. I want to get better at running. To be honest, I really hate it, so it's something that I have to work hard at. And it sucks, but I do it because why? I want to get better at it. So lately, to aid in the fat cutting process as well, I've been doing about 3 to 5 minutes at a steady pace before I start my workouts. I'm trying to do about 30 minutes a week. So last year I was heavily experimenting on my delts. I thought those were my weak points, so I really wanted to bring them up. This year, I believe I'm on a good track. I developed them very well last year, so I just want to keep in the process. So I'm not hitting delts very hard. So what I do, as you see from this video here, is I will start my delt workouts with my planches. I want to get better at planches, and my delts aren't my main priority. So I'm willing to burn my energy up while being fasted on my delt days to get better at planches. So that's what I've been experimenting around with this year, is doing some planches as part of my warm-ups. So after I do my warm-up, I like to focus on a compound movement. Because today was delts, I did seated military press. As you can see here, I did 125 for about 5 reps. Now I did 3 sets of these because I just wanted to get a nice burn and get the delts really going here. I wanted to really restrict the delts with some heavy weight before I move on to some exercises that really get the pump going. So I moved on to side lateral raises with my palms down and then with my palms facing outwards. Then I also did side-by-side arm raises. Now with these, I believe you should go beyond failure. These last few months I've been experimenting around with standing side and lateral raises, but over this last 1 to 2 years, I've been doing them all seated. Now, when I do them seated, I find that I can do a lot more reps, but the burn just doesn't feel as good. So, to be honest, I've been liking doing standing lateral raises. And as you can see here, I go to the point of failure, and then I go even more. I put the dumbbells down. I don't care who's around me. Personally, I don't like to stand in front of the dumbbell rack like this. I believe it's an asshole move, standing in front of all the dumbbells, not allowing anyone else to be able to grab some dumbbells. But this is one of the only exercises that I will do it for because I go beyond failure about 2 to 3 times in one set there. So after my compound movement and after some pump action, I moved on to a machine. I like doing machine especially because my body is very lopsided because of my rib cage. I want to make sure I am isolating each opposite side of my body, and it needs to get fully worked out on each side. So I moved to a machine that has a strict movement so I can stay on it. Now I did 4 sets of this, about 8 to 12 reps, 2 sets facing forwards and 2 sets facing backwards, as you see here. Now at this point I wanted to give my delts a little break so I could hit them hard after, so I went on to a little bit of small body parts. This year I really want to bring up my forearms, so I've been doing these about 4 days a week. anytime I can fit some wrist curls in there, I've been doing them. Now, I like to keep my arms all the way down, as you saw in the first video there, and only curl right at my forearm. But then I also like to do these ones where you're in a half bicep curl and you just allow the weight to roll in your hands. Our wrists and our hands can move in so many different ways. I think it's silly to stay in one strict movement only with your hands curling. So I like to allow the bar to roll in my hands because I can really feel the burn in my forearms. So if you're interested, definitely give those a try. I would start with a little lighter weight though, because once that bar rubs up against your forearms, it can do some damage. So after I finished that up, I started to do some abs halfway through my delt workout. I did some lying leg raises, as you see here, which I believe activates the lower abdomen, which I'm really experimenting around with this year, on top of my stomach vacuums. And of those 4 sets of leg raises, I would finish them off with a cat curl or stomach vacuums. Some people call it a cat curl because of the position your body's in, but it's basically just a stomach vacuum while you're on your knees. Now, as I said in my ab routine update there, I've been integrating cable cross chops to get my obliques bigger. I want that V look, so I've been adding them a lot lately, about 4 days a week, just like the forearms. If I hit forearms, I'll usually do obliques as well. Now, just to finish off my workout here, I did some machine side lateral raises, and I supersetted those with some rear delt exercises on the pec deck machine. But that's it for my workout there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little voiceover here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.